Hi, Tumblr. So basically, ItsMyRealityy asked me to talk about finger rolls, whips, flips. So I guess to start off, I would start with the finger roll. And how I literally practice this all the time because finger roll is the ollie for gloving, in a sense. You want to kind of stand in front of your mirror or your camera, which in this case, my camera. Have your hands out really flat, like so your elbows are touching, your wrists are touching, and your pinkies are gonna line up if you put your thumbs in. And you kind of want to roll one finger over the other as slow as you can until, you get the full motion. And, you can go back out, stretch out your hand. Make sure your pinkies connect. And then you flatten. And then you come back in. That's literally all you have to do to practice. And then wee. Ooh, so pretty. Okay, so when people do the finger roll, they try too much, wrist movement with it, at first. So they don't get the full extent of how, flexible your fingers can get if you really practice enough and, try. Because honestly, when you get the finger roll down, you can do just about anything, which is nice. And it's the same thing for whips, because a whip is just a finger roll, except you're turning your wrist in a circle motion. So the best way to kind of get used to that circle motion for your whip is you want to practice having that wrist movement first and keeping your thumb in. So when you do get your hand, your fingers to go with it, you have that wrist motion, and you want to try to keep your thumb as your center point, because your thumb light's always going to be the center for your palm. And then, whips are really the glover's personal choice, if you want to call it that. And you can kind of play with what you feel, and I like doing silly things where I switch my hands all of a sudden, and then maybe if I'm here, I'll stop here, and then I'll turn back. I don't know. Whips are just something you really have to look, people don't realize that gloving is a dance. It's not just with your hands and your fingers, it's with your whole body. So if you can practice standing up or on your knees, it's actually a lot easier, because you can get that shoulder rotation in, and you can get that clean look that a lot of glovers have. And once your finger strength gets better, you can kind of do more basic stuff, and it doesn't even look basic because it looks so clean, and people aren't used to things actually being clean, so it looks like a circle, and you're just how the hell did this person sit there? And see, I can play with my perception too, but the thing is you want to try to keep your perception as close to the person or the camera eye as you can, because when you have your lights turned towards the thing, they capture the circle better. Okay, so now that we kind of went over rolls and we kind of dove into whips all of a sudden, you want just play with your whips, honestly. Like, start small, though, because you can use a wrist rotation for that kind of stuff. Like, here's the circle move, and look, like, as soon as I pull my wrist out from underneath, it becomes a tunnel. Or, you know, I could do my one move that you always see me, this one. Like, this is just how, like, you want to play with perception when you glove, because it's going to make your life and their show a lot more better. Like, trust me, you're going to love the face melting that you see when they go, oh my god, how did you do that? Because you'll just be like, boom, and then all of a sudden, woo. Okay, so flails. They're a bit more free-formed than whips. Like, you can kind of go anywhere with a flail. And you want to have one wrist. You're pulling your elbow up so you can get your fingertips aligned with your camera, or, you know, your person or your mirror or whatever. You can't really, like, have it, you know, like, out here, because you're not gonna see the full, well, you're not gonna see the full flail. So you want to have one elbow kind of up here, and, like, I'm not too good at this because I don't practice with my lights on enough, but I mean, you can, like, add one wrist in, but once again, like, practice with your hands closed first so you can get the basic motion down. And then once you have the basic motion of going like this, like, you can, you know, I don't know, if you wanted to play, you know, maybe you did something, I don't know, like, I'm just playing here, like that, or something. Like, that's kind of a flail, it's just smaller, and, like, or a whip, I don't know, or whatever that is. Flails are a bit more free-formed. You just want to keep your wrists towards the person. You want all your fingertips towards the person. And you can, you know, come out here and, like, or you could do this and, like, bring it. Honestly, nobody can judge you for the way you dance. So if you glove a certain way, don't let people judge you for it, because you're just dancing, and dancing is better and more fun than most things. And don't get discouraged. It took me 9 months to learn how to do this. Don't get discouraged, guys. Keep up the good work.